Hello everyone! Today we're going to be recapping everything that's gone on in the Mario Kart Wii TAS community in March 2025. Let's get into it! For the first time this year, there's a lot to cover on the regular tracks. Starting us off, on March 2nd, Lego 11 uploaded the updated N64 Bowser's Castle Unrestricted 3-lap, cutting over 2 seconds off the landmark TAS from August last year. Only a week after the previous TAS was published, Monster found about half a second of time save by improving the super grind, then another 0.9 seconds by performing the no-stop respawnless ultra landing strat. Both of these improvements were seen in the flap in October. The remaining time save came from Corvid's improvements to the lap 3 super grind and the better driving after the respawn cut on lap 3 by Lego, Corvid, and Oiro. 6 days later, Tactical uploaded a 1.7 second improvement on Mushroom Gorge No Ultra 3-lap as their 150 subscriber special. Congratulations! This improvement, while impressive, comes with a huge caveat in that the category can still be taken down by another 12 seconds by using the bit bike and optimizing the wall movement and driving better. That aside, this is still a really daunting category and is an impressive task nonetheless. Over the next 24 hours, we saw 3 new strats on GBA Bowser Castle 3. First, Monster demonstrated an improvement on the U-turn shroom spot by performing a double mini-turbo, proving it to now be the fastest shroom spot on the track. In order to beat this thwomp, it is planned to use both shroom spots on lap 1 and the U-turn shroom spot on lap 2 for a 2-1-0 shroom strat. 4 hours later, EJB found a new ramp strat wherein you get an earlier mini-turbo release, trick off the far right edge of the ramp, get a wheelie pounce up onto the banister, and then perform a grounded double hop to cut the turn. This saves about 3 frames per lap and is of course applicable to the no glitch flap as well. Finally, the following night, Monster was testing whether the standard or last turn shroom spot is faster and came up with a new way of performing the last turn shroom using a Rio drift. Unfortunately, it's still slower than the standard shroom, but it's unclear whether it's faster than the first turn shroom, so may end up making it into the no glitch flap. On March 14th, the culmination of over 4 years of on and off work was finally unveiled, as Romorlius uploaded the 1.9 second improvement to GCN Waluigi Stadium no glitch 3-lap. The project had contributions from 10 different people, spanning all the way back to December 2020. Almost every turn has a new strat, most of which were unveiled in the Flap BKT last September. I could spend a whole video talking about all the things that went on behind the scenes to make this run as incredible as it is, but I have other things to go over today, and RS already made this document doing exactly that. I highly recommend everyone read it. Next, on March 16th, Oiro uploaded a new TAS on Mario Circuit Unrestricted Flap, cutting off 636 milliseconds from the previous BKT with help from Monster. It builds on an unpublished strategy by Monster, which involves reverse super hopping, super grinding, wall riding, seam riding, and super hopping. This new TAS demonstrates the first ever flap that combines entering the lap from the far side of the tunnel, a full speed lap entry, super sliding, and the availability of all 3 mushrooms. Only a day later, Lego 11 uploaded another 3-lap, this time on DS Yoshi Falls No Glitch, with major contributions from Corvid and minor help from EJB. The new TAS is purely a more optimized version of the one from 2019, featuring a better start slide and consistent strategies across all 3 laps. While the TAS was being made, a lot of work was put into potentially making automatic faster than manual, which had been previously attempted by Campbell Mop and Thomas in the past before being revisited by Marth, kickstarting the recent effort. Unfortunately, it was about 0.1 seconds slower in the end. Then, on March 30th, Lego 11 uploaded one final video featuring, wait for it, 4 3-laps and 1 flap, all for Mario Circuit No Glitch. If you watched the January recap, you'll remember I mentioned other shroom strats were being tested, and this video is a culmination of that testing. The previous BKT of 117.793 used a 111 shroom strat, and this video shows that 300 is tied at 793, 003 is 6 milliseconds faster at 787, and 102 is 9 milliseconds faster at 784, which is the new BKT. During this work, the 2-shroom grass shortcut was improved relative to the flap, so that also received a 12 millisecond improvement shown at the end of the video. Moving on to the custom track scene, we had another relatively active month. On March 7th and March 10th, new TASer VT Pooks uploaded 3-lap TASes of Summer Starville and Toadstool Dynasty. Also on March 10th, longtime community member Z finally completed their first ever TAS, an ultra shortcut flap of Yellow Loop. 2 days later, on March 12th, Callum uploaded a Lap 1 TAS of Mushroom Peaks, featuring ODM strategies popularized by Lawrence's November 2022 video titled Mushroom Peaks is Faster Sideways. This lap cuts off a little under 3.4 seconds from the Lap 1 of the 2018 No Glitch 3-lap TAS with Spear. This TAS acts as a great indicator for RTA strats, however, a demonstration by Jellipuff in February 2024 shows that the ODM section could be improved by over a second. So Mushroom Peaks could see a time at least as low as a 3:15. Next, on March 16th, new TASer Carson Wah uploaded a 3-lap of Shy Guy's Stormy Seaport, which is quite a decent first TAS showing some promise for the future. A week later, on March 23rd, Nausicaa uploaded a 3-lap TAS of Kaladay Desert, improving on Luigi M's 10-year-old TAS by over a second. This time save mainly comes from the newer version of the track having faster ramps, however, it's still a really impressive TAS. I applaud your dedication to so many different areas of TASing so far this year. Finally, the following day, new TASer Blockface 3 uploaded an 11-second improvement over Metallic Yoshi's 5-lap TAS of Nintendo HQ from November. Now, in the MKWii TAS competition, there were 2 tasks run in March. At the request of some viewers, I'll make sure to explain what each task was so you know what's going on. First, Task 5, created by myself, with help from Hallucinate and Police, and hosted by Police, took place on DS Delfino Square and had you performing a series of objectives involving tricks, custom-placed cones, and respawns. It was a 3-person collab task, so you were allowed to collaborate with 2 other people. It was won by the incredibly overpowered team of Police, Sombro, and Hallucinate, with Sombro finally achieving their first ever win after getting second 5 times. This task also marked the end of the first set of 5 tasks, which was won by Police, despite him getting 21st place on Task 4. Next, Task 6, created by Flurry, based on a concept discussed between Flurry, Police, and myself, and hosted by Flurry, took place on Mario Kart 8 track Wild Woods, and had you completing Lap 1 with a Gecko code that recreated Mario Kart 8 Inside Drift, and a code that recreated the Mario Kart 8 Mid-Air Mini Turbocharging mechanic. It was a sequel to the 2021 task on Grumble Volcano, which just had the MK8 Spear. It was won by Hallucinate by being the only round to perform the double super slide with Spear, though missed out on a shortcut used by Lowem and ODM strats used by several other competitors. On March 14th, I uploaded an analysis of my 14th place result in Task 4, including a demonstration of a strat I overlooked that could have given me a massively dominant win instead of missing the top 10, and on March 31st, I uploaded an analysis of our 4th place result in Task 5, going over the incredibly tense final 24 hours of collaborative scrambling between Lowem, Marvis, and myself. Unfortunately, there weren't any new TAFs this month, which doesn't wholly surprise me, but I quite enjoy seeing new TAF content. So to try and give some incentive to everyone to make some TAFs, if there are at least 5 TAFs posted before the end of April, I'll consider ranking my favorites in the next monthly recap. That being said, that's it for this month. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back covering the hopefully full of TAFs month of April. And April Fools. There's going to be a whole segment just for that one day. I can't wait.